This is Irontrader. It is Thursday morning, so we're going to take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look here at the XLE, which is the big oil ETF. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have the XLE. Now, this is just a nice basket of all the big oil stocks, your Exxon, your Schlumberger, Chevron, everything that you have is in here. Plus, it pays about a 3.5% dividend. Okay, so that's that fluctuation depends on what the price is, but it's a really good way to trade a nice sweet basket of all the big oil. So let's take a look here. Now, yesterday you can see there where we had this nice gap up kind of situation, but it couldn't hold it. So let's look at the downside here first. So what we really want to watch here is you want to watch yesterday's low. Okay, so that's going to be 92.05, and then what we do is we have like basically like an island reversal here. Okay, so when it ran on up here, then it dropped right down. You left that gap. You have an island, and then a gap right on up here. So we basically have the two gap situation here. Okay, so you had that 92.05. So you would look right at the bottom here, 92.02. Okay, see that's where that stopped. Again, what you have to do is you have to look at all these support levels here. We just follow it down. Okay, so you have that 91.23 level, but this is what you're going to be looking for here for the gap fill at that 90.40. Okay, so it's kind of like an island reversal going on here. So we have to do something with that gap. Now, again, big oil here now with Trump coming into the White House. Now, remember, he wants a pump. I mean, we're pumping 13.5 million barrels a day, but he wants to be completely oil independent here, which could take the price down. But again, we got to see how this all going to work out for the oil companies here, okay? Okay, so here on the upside here yesterday, what we did is we had this high of 94.27, and then what we would just look right to the left there, you had 94.21. See, so that was the resistance levels. Now, we can say you get above that, okay? We just follow these candles here all the way across. You got 94.51. You bring this price channel right across here, okay? So you got 95.21, bring it right across here. Okay, and then what do we got? You got 96.92. We'll come right to the left there, 98.47, and then you have 98.97, which is your big breakout here. Now you can see it easier here on the weekly chart. That's why I always like putting them side by side kind of a situation there. You can see all you do is just look at that price channel, okay? See, there's that 94.51 level that you have to get above. And then again, you just bring the price channels across, and then there's your big target. But I just wanted to show you here, if you are trading this, that this is like an island reversal here. So now we have this. So it looks like basically two gaps. So you want to definitely watch yesterday's low, because that lines up very, very nice here with the other gap situation. And then we want to do, if it does sell off here, you want to go to that 90.40 kind of a situation. Now, this here just ran right up here nicely. You still got room to run. Your green crossed over your red here. So this could actually go higher, but just watch that key level right there, that 94.51. If you can close above that, then we can do is we just take a level to level until you get to that 98, 97. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil and we have natural gas. Now you can see crude oil here. Basically, this is that war premium, like I said, I don't know, a zillion times. Okay, another war premium. Now again, right now, I should say it's going to be a whole different ball game here when Trump is in a White House, because he doesn't like tolerating them wars. Okay, he either will mediate it out or he'll solve it one way or the other. Because if you look at back when he was in the White House, there just wasn't any kind of that wars, that escalation, because that's really a drain on everybody. Just like when you look at like the Straits of Hormuz, okay, now you have to go around there because they had these people, attacking the cargo ships and the oil ship and all this kind of stuff. So you have to go all the way around, 1,100 miles to get around that. So he's not going to tolerate that. So you just understand here, oil is going to be more like in a controlled situation. But again, doesn't say you can't make money, but on the long and the short side. Okay, so what we want to do is, here's today's candle. So we want to trade against yesterday's candle. So you can see where yesterday came down a little bit below that 8-day, but finished right on up here. However, when you look at this, the high of yesterday, it got up to 72.63. Okay, we have 72.67. Okay, so you really had like a double top situation here, and now we have an inside day. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. So really what you want to watch today is right here, is this 21-day 70.92. and 70.82. That's your 21-day and your 50-day. And then right below it here is your 8-day sitting at 70.36. So everything that your really key support is sitting right there. Now, again, if this is lost, okay, on a closing basis, then you want to do is you want to come right to the bottom here at 69.74. Then we'll come right to the bottom there. You're looking at 69.32. We look at the bottom of that candle, 68.30. Then we'll come over here. We have 67.28. You have 66.92, and then your retest down there at 66.72 level here. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out here. But right now we have an inside day and sideways action. Now again, if we can get above this key level right here, this is that 72.67 level. Then what we can do is we can come up to the top of that, bottom of that candle, 73.26, and then we have 74.45, and then your target up there is going to be 74.68. Now you can see here how this 8-day or 100-day is sloping down here. Your 21-day or your 200-day is kind of holding right straight across here, but that would be the target again. And we have 76.24, and then you have your 77.10 level here going on up here. But, you know, so that's all you have to do. Just watch that right there, that 76.24 level on your price channel. But let's just see how this all shakes out. So again, if we can get above this key level right here, 72.67, then you got a shot at the 100-day and maybe even the retest here of the price channel or even the 200-day. But you got to hold on a closing basis that 21-day, that 50-day, and that 8-day. If not, we're going to start following the candles down, and this is going to come off very, very hard here. Now, seasonality really isn't really playing out this year, because it has a lot to do with the election and everything on that order. So usually what you do is you buy this like the first week of December, and then you run it up the first couple of days of January. Then it's kind of like flatline all the way there to February. Then you can take a long going into the summer driving kind of situation. But right now it's just not really playing out like that. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. But again, if we get those war situations settled out here, and that demand issue, that's going to be a key going forward. So remember, OPEC has their meeting on December 1st. Now, they already said they're going to move out, they add on the extra supply. They're going to move that out a month or maybe 2 months. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. But just trade this out. This is more of a trader kind of a situation than like a buy and a hold kind of a situation. Okay, now natural gas, what we have here. Now remember, the EIA report will be out today at 10:30. So you want to watch that because usually it's been a market mover here. It can make a few bucks here. Okay, so this was the contract roll. We had that gap and go, and then it came down and it actually filled this gap here. I said just watch the top of that candle. If it sells all the way down, that's going to be your target. And obviously it came right down right to that. Okay, then we have this nice green engulfing candle. Now we have this sideways action. So what we had yesterday, it's kind of like a topping tail, but it still was basically an inside day, just like we have here so far. So what we're really watching here is we're going to be watching this 8-day, that 2.75. That's going to be key. If that's lost, we'll come to yesterday's low. That's that 2.66 here level here. Then we come down to the bottom of this candle here, look at 2.63. Level, and we come over to the top of here, looking at about 2.57, and then we have this 21-day at 2.55 and your 50-day right below that. So if we can't break through that 21-day and hold it, we could come right down here to this 21-day and that 50-day very easy. That's going to be your very, very key support levels. Now here on the upside, obviously you want to look at yesterday's high. That's that 2.79, and then we'll look at the top of here, looking at roughly 2.82. And then we have 2.82, and then you have your big retest up there at 2.91. So realistically, it looks like we're just going to say have a sideways trading range, but we have to see. But again, if you look at this year on natural gas, and you look at last year, you spiked all the way up to that $10 mark here. And this year here, we're barely sitting here in the twos, So it's just not really working. I know it has a lot to do with the weather. And a lot of times these cycles look like they're moving. They talk about like climate change, but it looks like I think that the Earth axis is something isn't just right there, because it looks like now August is September, September is October, November. And we, like here where I am, we get snow there, sometimes even from Thanksgiving time, but now we're getting it really like after Christmas, almost more like, a January on kind of a situation. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out here. But what you want to do is just look at yesterday's candle. Okay, so look at that high, 2.79, and that low at 2.66. That's what we're trading against today. You break out, then we know where we can go. You break down, well, then we know where we're going to go. Okay, I'll be back here midday trading. We'll take a look at crude, natural gas, and then we'll see what the overall market is, see what else we can throw in the thing. Now, yesterday we had a huge day in the Dow and the Nasdaq and the S&P, and everything rallied because I think what you've got is you got not just short squeeze, but what you got is you got that big relief. Okay, that the presidential election here in the United States is now settled. Okay, we have our president going forward, so we have everything, you know what I'm saying, kind of settled situation. So now we've got to see how this all plays out. So this will give it time here. So what I've been doing is just kind of selling kind of into that position slowly, you know what I'm saying, because it's not going to last forever when the market is up, Dow's up 1,500 points in one day. That usually isn't going to mark. Now, you'll have a carry through, I'm sure. But, you know, I'm always the kind of guy I like to buy it cheap, you know what I'm saying, and sell on the high. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here midday trading. And remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.